And then we're driving through the farm doing a little tree tour. We've got about 75 acres of farm divided into about 4 sections. Some we use for R&D, some we use for tree propagation, some we test for fruit. Everywhere I look, there's fruit. To my right, there are sea berries, which are the silver shrubs. They get orange, bright orange berries that have a really high antioxidant count. You'll see some more as we continue on our drive. I used to work in the fast-paced, big business lifestyle. I used to commute. This is my new drive. It's kind of enjoyable. Okay, here we are standing underneath a kiwi vine. That's right, this is one kiwi vine. These things are zone 2, 3. One vine can cover tons of space. The fruit is delicious. They hang in clusters, something like this. They take 100% shade. To know when they're ripe, you need to feel them. So if you go like this one here I can tell is soft. So I'll pick it, take it off, eat it in one bite. It's just like a grape, tastes like a kiwi. Great northern fruit. Let's go. Mulberry. It's one of the best of our range of products. What I love about it is it produces from June 15th all the way to September 1st. You can find 3-4 different kinds of birds in it at any time, and it's a delicious fruit to eat. This is what it looks like. This is how you pick it, and that's how you eat it. They are awesome. Don't plant one above your unistone driveway because it used to be used as ink by the native Canadians. And if you're only going to buy one tree, that's the tree to buy. The Taylor apple pear, named after Ken, obviously another one of his finds or inventions. Taylor apple pear is unique because it looks like an apple, tastes like a pear. Can be grown 100% organically. I mean, we're just panning a tree. These could be anything. These will be ready in about 3-4 weeks. But if I pull this off, once again, the fruit always looks great. It's a nice, sweet, juicy fruit. And like I just mentioned, it looks like an apple, tastes like a pear. Definitely good alternative to apples because apples are hard to grow organically. Here we got the heart nut. Heart nut is a pretty amazing tree. It produces 50-75 pounds of nut per tree. It tastes a little bit like a walnut without the bitterness. They grow in clusters. So you'll get a cluster that looks something like this. And maybe I can show you a little better there. So the clusters will grow like this. When they're ready, they fall to the ground. So then they'll go down, fall to the ground, come like this in a cluster. The skin will rot off or can be washed off, and then it will turn into a heart-shaped nut that looks like this. Now, I've already cracked this one, so you then open it up, and voila, the heart nut. It's a delicious, delicious nut and shape of a heart. All right, well, right here we have a tree that doesn't grow here in our climate. This is a northern pecan. We've had it for about 15 years. That means that 2 years ago when it was minus 37, it survived. It actually produced really well that year. This year it's not producing because of the frost in mid-May, but as you can see, perfectly healthy zone 4 pecan tree. So yes, they do grow here, and yes, they do produce well. Sometimes sometimes if there's not enough sun during the season, they might not come to completely come to fruition, but in general, they're a really good tree. Over there underneath them, I have the cherry olive. It comes from the olive family, makes a very small cherry very late in the season. The fruit will come out in sometime in September. My favorite all-around fruit tree, the red star. It's a red plum, black knot resistant. We only have 2 mother trees. That's why this might look a little mangled to you, but it's because I keep on stealing the new wood so that I can manufacture new trees or graft new trees. What's great about this is that it produces tons of plums, and they're always juicy and delicious and completely disease resistant. So I'm gonna wash one off, and then I'm gonna bite one. That's what I'm talking about. These things are awesome. That's it. The Kenko Asian pear. Another one of Ken's creations. It's an Asian pear which is 100% disease resistant to everything. Almost every pear is perfect. It produces about 100 pounds of pears per tree. The trees can be planted 8 feet apart. It stores for up to a year. In cold storage, obviously, and it only gets a little sweeter. These aren't ripe yet. They'll be ripe in about 3-4 weeks, maybe a bit more. But as you can see, the fruit's always all perfect. I can pull one off here and just show you. There's never a blemish. Never a blemish, never a mark. And the fruit on the inside is always juicy and sweet. It's a truly exceptional fruit.